all right. It is 3 p.m. and as promised, we are back with another episode of Let's Talk About It with Ty
and Leah.
Yeah, so today, you see, we are in our African attire. We are still celebrating Black History Month. I'm pretty sure some of you have saw on the Facebook, even Instagram, several other posts. They saw, that we were putting together a production for Black History Month. So today, we will not be very, very long today. Sorry that, we're not going to have the full show today, but it's because we want to make sure that you do get the full production of some of the things that we've done, some of the things that people have submitted. And, I really think they're going to enjoy it. I really think they're going to enjoy it. Normally we would have these activities, we would do these events out in the community or in churches or things like that. But because of COVID-19, we have been restricted to, limited amount of people.
Right.
So it puts us in a position to where we have to do things virtually, which is not a bad thing because now, again, you do reach a broader audience.
Yes.
So I'm happy for that. And, Facebook, look, it's Black History Month. So Leah and I want to know, what activities did you do during Black History Month that you normally wouldn't have done because of COVID? Because COVID has now put us in a position to where we couldn't do the activities that we would normally do in the community. So what did you do during this COVID season for Black History Month? Go ahead and put it in the comments.
Yes.
I see y'all coming on in, but go ahead and put it in the comments.
Yes.
And I'm going to look at it from here.
Okay. Well, I can tell you what I used to do during Black History Month.
Okay.
Rock Hill, South Carolina, every year they would have a prayer breakfast, and it started, I want to say maybe about 5 or 6 years ago. They would have a community choir which consists of different ethnicities and different churches coming together and singing at the annual prayer breakfast. And it would be so much fun because we were able to just associate ourselves with it. We were coming together and growing together and sharing our history with other ethnicities, as well as going out into the communities because it was a community event. So, of course, people would come for breakfast, and of course, you have to pay. We had different preachers who come in. We would sing different types of songs. It wasn't always the same song, but it would be so fun, and it was a learning experience too, because some of those preachers that would preach, they would have so much history that they would get up there and preach the word of God. And I was just like overwhelmed because I was able to sing in the choir and I was able to stand up and just enjoy. So, and plus we would have breakfast after that, and it was interesting. Of course, with COVID being the way it is, it was kind of like, it was upsetting because I couldn't come together because some of those people that were singing in those choirs, because of COVID, I'm sure some of them has passed on or they're dealing with COVID-19. They don't want to come out the doors. And it's a hard, this COVID-19 has impacted the church. It has impacted families. It has impacted relationships because now you're trying to learn how to, I guess, get along in the midst of a pandemic world.
Right. Yeah, so it's kind of sad that we weren't able to do those things that we do, because it does give you that opportunity to go out into the community and fellowship with those people that you would normally fellowship with. Enjoy those activities that you would normally enjoy.
Yes.
And the biggest part about that was getting that history. It seems like every year you learn something new that you didn't know the year before.
Yes, definitely.
So, for me, what I would do, again, I would always try to go to some of the programs that would be going on in the communities. Me, myself, I've been in plays and different things, playing different Black history characters and things like that, just to spread awareness to those in the community that may not know. Always been a big supporter of the young people. The young people seem to get excited about this time of the year because they get to portray someone that made a mark in history.
Right.
So that's awesome. And I'm just looking here. I'm looking at who was logging on and making comments. I see Kevin Nichols is on the line.
Reverend Nichols.
What's
going
on?
I said Reverend Nichols.
Reverend Nichols. That's right. So and Reverend Nichols knows, because we talked a little bit about that on the program that we have recorded.
Right.
And I'm definitely excited to share that with you guys. But we were just talking about the history that we had based on New St. John. So we did a lot of stuff over at New St. John with the Black History program. Definitely got the youth involved. And, Reverend Nichols, but I know him on a personal basis, call him Kevin. We were always involved with the young people and the youth, and that's just something that we enjoy something that really the churches have gotten away from,
They have.
that they really need to get back on board with,
Right.
because we are losing our young people to the streets
At an alarming rate,
at a very, very high alarming rate. So, and again, like I said before, I have changed my platform. The message is still the same. The delivery is just different.
That's right.
Because now the delivery that I'm coming with is to bring in those young people who have been turned away, who have been hurt, or anything like that. But, again, we're celebrating Black History Month, and we've got a lot of amazing things that you all are going to enjoy on this program. So I want to have it up. We're going to have it up on our YouTube page.
Yes, we will.
So I want to have it up between 6 and 7 p.m. tonight. Again, we will come on and let you know when it will drop and when it will air, so you can go to YouTube. We'll even put the link out there for you to see that. But, Lynn, don't you have something that you want to share with us?
I do.
Right.
We had so much of an overwhelming response that I wasn't able to put mine in my dedication to Black History Month. So actually, I was just going to sing a song. I'm not the greatest singer, but it's something I like to do in my time. But before we even do that, do you have anybody that made any comments before I go into mine?
So they are he said Kevin is fine. We can just call him Kevin.
Okay, Kevin. All right, Kevin.
So I don't know if my comments here are going slower than, because I do see the comments there. But of course, that's way up there, so that's why I want to view them here. But as they do come in, I will acknowledge those comments.
Okay. So what I was saying was, I think I shared with you guys that I enjoy singing, and Black History Month is a month where we all take the time out to reflect on history and, try to, bring history into the present, but help it, to bridge our future. Make a bridge into the future. So we're trying to, with Black History Month, there is a cultural gap, right?
Correct.
Okay, so with it being a cultural gap, I was trying to figure out what can I do to try to, with what I'm going to bring, it's going to bridge the present as well as the past. So it's a Negro spiritual that I believe in. If I'm wrong, please correct me, but it's a Negro spiritual that I heard very recently called Hold On. And I've been singing this song, and it's very low, but at the time we were singing songs, our ancestors were singing songs because that was a part of their healing. And Hold On is words of encouragement, because we didn't know what they were dealing with when they were out there picking cotton. I mean, we read about it, but I'm sure that's just a brief description of what they actually had to go through during the slavery times. So even now, the word "hold on" is very encouraging.
Yes.
Because right now we're still dealing with racism. We're still dealing with separatism. We're still dealing with communities where we're not getting the necessary things we need to survive in our communities, but yet and still other communities are. Education. Let's not talk about education. That's going to open up a can of worms. But, I wanted to kind of bridge the past with the present. So I figured Hold On with a little bit of the spoken word, because I know that is a popular format that a lot of our youth are using to express themselves. So God woke me up this morning, and I quickly wrote down some things, and I was like, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and add it in there. So I wrote it down because, as we get old, we don't remember things, but I had to write it down, and actually I put it in my phone, so I'm going to sing to you. Just bear with me. If it don't sound right, don't judge the music. Just listen to the words, because the words is where the power is. Okay? So I'm getting ready to start.
All right.
Get it up. So, y'all know I'm nervous. It's almost like singing in the church choir. You get up there, you just start shaking.
You got to sing the solo?
Oh, God. You know how that go. Okay, so here we go. Hold on, just a little while longer. Hold on, just a little while longer. Hold on, just a little while longer, and everything will be all right. Hold on to hope. Hold on to faith. Holding on in a world that's full of hate. I wait while we all wait looking left, right, left, needing to understand why the courts tend to vindicate the unjust. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Only in a world that's colorless, yes, yes, we will see that all lives matter. Sing on, just a little while longer. Sing on, just a little while longer. Sing on, just a little while longer, and everything will be alright. Singing for decades, they still don't hear our songs. We march, we march, we march, melanin united while singing a different song. Coronavirus muffled our voices, tried to stifle our stance. Masks required everywhere, turning our march into a slow prance. In the streets, we are still here, standing side by side, marching for rights and going forward in prayer. Pray on, just a little while longer. Pray on, just a little while longer. Pray on, just a little while longer, and everything will be alright. That's it.
Well, that's all right. That makes you want to hold on. So we get a comment that says move in because they can only see half of you.
Oh, hey! I'm sorry. We gotta do iPad up there.
Yeah, so I mean, it's the resolutions of the screens are probably different. So thank you again for that comment to let us know. We need you all as the eyes. But again, that was a wonderful and powerful performance.
Oh, thank
Wonderful.
you.
I was talking about you was nervous.
I was nervous. I
That's
can
all
hear
right.
it in my voice.
See through the nerves. See through the nerves. The spoken word. I mean, and everything that you said is very relevant to what's going on today.
Exactly.
Listening to the words of those songs, I could imagine our ancestors out there, working in the cotton field that you're going to see later on today.
Mm-hmm.
We touch on this about looking at what they were going through now.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at the song Hold On.
Mm-hmm.
If you hold on just a little while longer,
Yes.
2008 brought us Barack Obama.
Yes. That's
2021 brought us Kamala Harris.
That's
So
right.
we've made progression as
Sure
black
did.
people in America. And that's something to be very, very proud about. And something,
Yes.
that we can hold our heads up high and say, you know what? We can accomplish anything if we support one another
Yes.
and put our minds to it.
Mm-hmm.
So, in this year in Black history, we want to hold on to one another. We want to unify as a people.
Right.
Because I believe that if we unify as a people, we can continue to move forward. We can have more people in high places, people of color in high places, to do great things, to make change in America.
That's right.
Because if it's one thing that our people are strong in, it's in change.
That's
We've been
right.
doing a lot of stuff.
We sure have.
And just to see where we are, you touched on it earlier before you did your performance, talking about racism still existing.
It does.
Separatism is still existing.
It does.
Oppression is still existing.
It does.
For our people. And it's time for us to come together and understand that we can accomplish more together than we ever would divided.
Right.
So, we just wanted to come to you guys today. I don't have no performance. How do you go behind that?
Your performance is doing what you're doing now, talking.
I mean, that's a gift. That's a gift.
Yeah.
Stand behind the podium or in the play. Well, you will. Well, that's not even a performance. But I am excited, and again, we know you guys were on Facebook answering some of the questions and looking at the questions. Hold on to those questions.
Hold on.
Hold on to those answers.
Hold on.
Because we will be back next week
Yes, we will.
with those answers. And again, later on this week, you'll probably see more and more questions. And so the way that we're going to format that is that the questions that get answered the most is what we will address.
Right.
And the thing of it is if you have something that you want us to discuss on the live, if you have something that you want us or a question that you want answered, Send us those questions so that we can address those for you.
Please.
Again, I do want to put this disclosure out there.
Okay.
We are not professionals.
No, we're not.
We don't have any license or certificates, so we're only speaking on experiences that we've had in our lives, the things that we've experienced and went through and how we overcome, and hopefully it'll help someone else because it's definitely needed.
It is needed, and we've been silent for too long. And the only way we can help our families and our communities is if we talk about it.
That's right.
And that's why we titled it, Let's Talk About It. Because there's so much that needs to be addressed. And this platform, like I said yesterday when I posted that post, it's there not only to help you, but to help our ancestors and to help us as well. We're just coming together as a community. And this community consists of many different ethnicities. But we're helping us bridge the gap from now into the future. And the only way we're going to be doing that is if we talk about the issues that are oppressed right now.
That's right. And the thought just came that some of the people that are watching the live, they say you can always go to the church and get the help.
Oh, yeah.
But some of the time, some of the things that they want to talk about, they're afraid to step foot in a traditional church.
Right.
Because they feel they're going to be judged. They feel they're going to be looked at. So this is why we have this platform. You don't necessarily have to talk about it on the live.
Right.
We are definitely here. Again, we're not professionals. But we can be a listening ear. We can help you based on if we've experienced that and tell you how we got over. So even if you need some type of help, you can definitely hit us up, through Messenger or anything like that.
Right.
And let us know with your questions of what you need help with. We'll definitely do the best that we can to answer those questions. Mm-hmm. And if not, like I always say, if I don't have the answer, I will get you to someone that does.
That's right. And then let's talk about it platform on YouTube.
Sure. So what we're going to do is we're going to be transitioning from Facebook Live to YouTube. So now what will happen is it's going to give you a whole lot more content. There may be things that we talk about because there will be pre-recorded programs that we put on there. We'll do lives as well because you guys seem to like to interact with us as well as us interacting with you.
Yes.
So we definitely want to do that. So what it will be, and once it does get all worked out and everything gets worked out, the platform is actually going to multicast.
Right.
So the multicast from YouTube as well as Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
So you can join on YouTube or you can join on Facebook, and we'll have all of these things that you will be able to interact with us even more. Now, what we want is we do want participation from some of you guys.
Yes.
So you know what? Before we shut this program down, if anybody wants to go live with us, we'll bring you in on the live and you can tell us what you would normally do in Black History Month if COVID wasn't around.
Yes.
So if anyone wants to go live, hit that request to go live button and we'll definitely bring you in.
We surely will because we enjoy your comments and just to have you a part of this program with a broad audience that is worldwide. We've got people from Africa, we've got people all across the United States and beyond that are listening to this because, like I said, this is needed. So hey, this is your chance to speak. We want to hear from you. Not just typing, but come on and just, chime in. Let us know. Hey, you enjoy the show and maybe there's something that you want us to talk about. We'll talk about that, but not today because this is in honoring our history. So, but we will bring it up in a conversation for later on down the line because God is using this platform and He is using it in a mighty way. We're not only just, talking to you all, but we are also sharing our faith, our love for Christ with this platform. So, we want you to chime in because we know sometimes people don't always have access to see Christ,
Right.
So this here platform is a platform that we say, hey, we're going to acknowledge God for who He is and not just for the things that He's done in our lives. We're going to share His love. We're going to share His wisdom. We're going to share His power. And we're going to share it with you through the Spirit that He has implied and instilled in us. So, hey, if you got anything to say, come on. We'll gladly welcome you.
We haven't got any requests, and it's understandable. It's definitely understandable. I know as time goes on and people start getting warmed up, we'll start getting people to go on live. Now, with us being in the COVID era right now with the restrictions, certain people, not that we don't want to be around them, but you want to be safe.
Right.
But however, there will be times where we'll have special guests that we bring on,
Yes.
and we will have to bring them on via the live
Gotcha.
application,
Right.
just for the safety reasons of COVID.
And not only safety, they're also tuning in from across the United States.
That's correct as
So,
well.
and
So
we can't fly there. So, I guess coronavirus has, taught us that it's able to connect, even if it's internationally or worldwide. I can connect from here all the way to Los Angeles, California. Hey, y'all, if we needed to. So go ahead.
So no, I was just thinking and having a thought and laughing. I said, the thing about live is you're gonna get the bloopers.
Yes.
There's no edit button for the bloopers.
No, it's not.
The way that we're editing the video that we shot, we can't edit the bloopers, but that's just what it is. It's
It
just
is
being
what it
real,
is.
being raw, and just speaking on it, talking about what's going on, because everybody needs someone to talk to. And again, like I said, we're not professionals, but we can listen. We can point you in the right direction,
Yes, we
or
can.
based on our experiences, we can definitely help you.
Yes.
But one moment in Black history, and even though it was probably a month ago, it was about a month ago,
Okay.
but it's history because it's a month ago. It's in the past.
It is.
But I wanted to speak on how eloquent and how well Amanda Gorman gave that poem at the inauguration.
Yeah, she was awesome.
That was just awesome. I mean, just to see, I like to call it Black excellence. Because, we are kings and queens.
Yes,
we
we are.
come from royalty.
Yes, we do.
So we have to start taking our rightful positions and our rightful place in the kingdom,
Yes.
which is our kingdom. This is our kingdom.
This is.
So, when you said something about Black history being a part of American history, well, American history is Black history.
That's right.
Because there would be no America
if it
without
wasn't
Black folks.
history. That's right. That's right. That's
See,
right.
you just got to make it known.
So we are American history.
We are American.
Yes.
We are American. We built America.
We sure did.
We didn't do it. Our ancestors did.
Right.
But and it's a part of our heritage. It's a part of our history. It's a part of who we are. So for that to be excluded, that's where we need more people in high positions to change what's written in the school books, to change what's written on YouTube or even on Google and things like that, to include that in the history. So again, and you'll hear me talk about that on the video, just talking about don't always strive to be a professional sports player. Right. Don't always strive to be an R&B artist or a rapper. There is so much more that you can do with your life. There is so much more. Barack Obama has shown you that, and now Kamala Harris has shown you that.
Yes,
so don't let anyone tell you that you can't do it. Again, know who you are, know your history. If you don't know, start researching, get in the books. I'm gonna tell you like I tell my children all the time. Turn the TV off and pick up a book.
Yes.
I mean, that's where your history is. Your history is in the book. Because I'm gonna say this: an educated Black man and woman is a dangerous Black man and woman.
Oh yes, they are.
So again, we're gonna hate to cut it short, hate to not socialize with you and interact with you guys, but there's still some more things that needs to be put into the show that we recorded. So we want to make sure that we get that done so that we can get that to you by at least 7 p.m. tonight.
Yes.
So did you have anything else?
No, I mean you pretty much said it all. It looked like there's a comment, so let's read that comment that just came through.
I know. We may have to. Let's see. Spirit Love says, our history needs to be put out there. We are great people. We just need to share it. And that is correct. Mm-hmm. That is definitely correct. We need to share it. And here's what we need to stop doing. We need to stop turning our people away when they make unwise decisions. God gives us an amount of grace. We need to learn how to extend that grace to others.
Right.
We need to learn how to pick them up and nurture them and let them know, baby, that's the wrong path that you're going down.
Right.
And not do it in a way to where it's like we're being strict with them or we're demeaning them, because sometimes they don't know. Mm-mm. They're doing the best that they know how to do because maybe they weren't taught. And we need to stop turning away and looking at, because I always say this, anytime something shows up, like, problems or anything like that, there's a root cause to that problem.
There is a root.
If you get to the root, you can solve the problem.
That's right.
What's those other comments? Because I can't see it over here. I think this is coming up slow.
People, it's just saying that people are watching.
Okay.
So the root of the problem, you got to solve that root in order to solve all problems. And that's in everything. Even when we're dealing with relationships, all problems, you got to keep in mind. I mean, we're not talking about relationships, but I must say that, my family comes from a different background and his family comes from a different background, and we're coming together to unite and become one. but sometimes there's a problem that will stop that relationship from growing. And a lot of times it deals with the background of the person, the family history, and if you really don't work those out before you get with someone, then the relationship is doomed to fail.
That's true. Well, again, when we're talking about the themes that we have during Black History Month, 2021's theme is the Black family.
That's right.
So it's the Black family unit. So you can't have a family unit without relationship. So you have to have the relationship. One thought that came to mind to me was government assistance that was placed into the Black community.
Oh, yeah.
You know why it was placed there.
Oh, yeah.
Because they felt like, when the Black family is a unit and they are together, they're the strongest force in the community. So now if we can separate the family, then we can infiltrate the strength that they have.
Right.
That's why certain things like Section 8 and this, that, and the other, we've got to get our people off the mindset. Now watch this. Watch how this is supposed to work. We shouldn't be relying on the government for assistance. But we've got a lot of work to do because we got to go inside these churches. That's what your church is in the community for. Yeah. Your church should be able to help the families function and provide the basic necessary needs that they need so that they don't have to go to the government. So that they can have a family unit. Section 8 says, I'll give you this assistance, but the man can't be in the house. Right. Well, you know what they say when they say you take away the head. You can destroy the whole family. Right. And that's exactly what they're trying to do.
Right. And I was going to say, I remember, I guess reading history books, you see how back in the day, the church was ground zero.
Yes.
When we were coming out of our oppression and going into the some of the rights that we have now, they would always gather in the church to come together, talk about things, strategize, and then go out into the community. We got to get back to where the church is ground zero.
Yes.
It's not just a fashion show. It's not just a place to come and talk to one another. Of course, we want to fellowship with one another, but we also need to come together and strategize. Why do you think when they went to the White House, they destroyed churches?
Yeah.
Because they remember what we used to do back in the past.
Right.
We have gotten away from that. We no longer do that. And I don't know if social media has a reason, if social media is a reason why we don't do that, but we need to come together in our churches. You realize how many minds, when they come together, how powerful we can be in the community and in our homes. I mean, there's so much strength there. That church is a beacon of light. We need to get back to the church.
Well, part of the problem is, as time goes on and everybody's getting younger and younger, the generation that was the foundation of the church is dying off. You no longer have the mothers in the church.
Right.
You no longer have those strong elders in the church. So you got everybody that wants to be a part of the latest fashion or the latest trend.
Right.
And then one of the things that we have to do is start holding these leaders accountable.
Thank you.
Start holding these leaders accountable. That's all the way from the pastor all the way down. If you are in a position on some type of board where you're supposed to hold your pastor accountable, hold that man or woman accountable. Hold them accountable. Because then you will still be able to effectively do what you need to do in the community. That's what people are looking at. They're looking at our Christian leaders saying, Christian leaders is living just like the world. So why should I come to the church? So before we can even bring the foundation back, we have to repair the foundation and start holding these leaders accountable. Because they're doing all sorts of stuff.
Well, not only that, but I don't know, I've been to several city council meetings and we are missing.
Yes.
Other ethnicities will go into the city council meetings and they will be, they'll make their voices be heard. We are missing. We wonder why so much is going on in our communities because we're not there. We're not able to implement or stop the things that they're trying to do. I look at downtown, how downtown used to be around the Panther Stadium, how it used to be a lot of black families down there, and that's probably going to open up a whole new conversation. But I see how we're not there anymore. And the reason why we're not there is because somewhere, somehow they got together and decided to move us out of that community, buy all these homes out, and then build all these big homes around the Panther Stadium, and our people just don't have no place to go.
Gentrification.
Thank you. And it's sad because, like I said, if we had the church to be ground zero, a lot of that wouldn't have happened. We can't literally I can't go buy a house down there near the Panther Stadiums now because look at how high it is.
That's right. That's right.
It's expensive. But we need to be able to come together. I mean, it's just so much that can be shared in our communities and in our families. And even, I think we talked about this too, coming back to the table.
Yep.
Getting back to the kitchen table and just talking to one another, eating with one another, fellowshipping with one another. You know, back in the days, that was where all the families would come together. You know, families, the immediate family would come together and they'll talk about things. We don't do that no more. And I was hoping that maybe coronavirus would push some of these families back into a place where we are unified. But that's not happening, because now it's like, okay, well, you got social media. I see this a lot. We give the kids, they start crying, we give them the iPad, we give them the cell phone. You know, we're dismissing everything for just a general peace and quiet, you know. But I believe that if we utilize this time to come to the table, make big meals, and sit down and just talk to one another, we can hear from our youth what's really going on in the world and what we need to address to help them overcome.
That's right. That's right.
So, yeah. Anyways.
But we didn't want to go off on that because that's for another time. Again, so I don't have anything else. Do you have anything else?
I don't have anything. And I think probably the reason, because I have changed the, people can't come in because of the simple fact that I think it's changed so that we wouldn't be interrupted during this live. So I got to figure out how, but maybe with that new platform, we'll be able to do it.
Oh, yeah. We'll definitely figure that out.
Yeah.
Again, you know, be patient with us. We're figuring this out, you know.
Yes, one show at a time.
But we definitely want you guys to be a part. We don't take your participation lightly. We appreciate you commenting on the Facebook post. We appreciate you tuning into the lives and giving us input and, you know, encouraging us as we go along. But so we're going to go ahead and get off of here so that we can get this show produced and out to you. It's really, really a great piece. You get to hear from a matriarch in Black history. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout on the Facebook pages of when we drop the link so that you can see that. I'm telling you, it goes from the older generation even to the babies. I think the youngest baby is 5 or 6.
Right.
Yeah, so it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome.
It's extremely rich content.
Yes. So we hope you enjoy it. You know, we took our time to put it together for you, so we hope you enjoy it. And until next Sunday, it's Ty
And Leah.
signing off.
All right.
You guys have a great evening.
Please have a good evening and enjoy the rest of your day.